Hey everybody, welcome to Dinner and a Tip. Today we're going to cook one of my favorite things. It's lobster rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and get the grill started so we can go ahead and make the sauce first. Lobster only takes about 2 or 3 minutes to cook, so we want to make sure we're ready with everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and start with about 3 tablespoons of mayo. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of, probably like a little bit of a couple squeezes of some lime juice. You can use the other stuff, but I prefer the fresh. So I know most of the lobster rolls don't have garlic and shallots in it, but I love it, or shallots. So I've got a little garlic, I got a little bit of shallot. And for the celery, what I like to do is take and scrape off some of the outside of this, just simply because I think you get those little long pieces in your mouth and it's not very good. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in and add that in here. And then if you like a little kick, I'm actually just going to do a little bit of cayenne pepper on this one. And I'm not going to over season this just because I'm going to be seasoning the lobster and I don't want to have it be so overpowering. So this I'm just doing for 2 lobster rolls. So if you've ever been to the store or to a restaurant to get lobster, a lobster roll is probably $20 to $50. I got 2 small lobsters here, actually from Walmart. They were like 16 bucks. I've got 1 loaf of brioche bread, which was $5. So I'm going to do 2 for 20. So what you want to do is go ahead and get a kitchen scissors. You're going to want to cut down this lobster. You can cook it with right on, but I'm going to go ahead and pull the lobster meat out so it's a little easier for me to cook. So with the scissors, when you go ahead and you cut up this way, it's just a lot easier to break everything apart. So, and then you're just going to go ahead and pull and crack. And then this lobster meat should come out pretty easily here. And as I say that, it's not coming out easily, but ta-da! All right, we are good to go. So a wet paper towel here so I can kind of clean off my hands. So we're gonna go ahead and drop those. So brioche is my choice of bread for this. This is usually what you would go ahead and do. So I'm gonna go ahead and take and cut part up. We've got this line cut, so I'm going to cut it off on this side, just the thinnest little piece, and then I'm going to cut it down the middle. And this is where I'm going to actually do the garlic butter. I did get some pre-made garlic butter spread. I also got that at Walmart, so I'm going to go ahead and butter this. I'm going to go ahead and butter both sides and the top for this one, and then we're going to throw that on the Blackstone. Okay, so we got all of that done and a little spread on the top. And I'm gonna actually use this same garlic spread when I cook our lobster tails. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the heat down to medium for the lobster tails. They cook quick, but I don't want them to cook too fast. And actually, to save on time, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them in big chunks right now. So if you like a very thick lobster roll, you're going to want to do 1 lobster roll, or 1 lobster per lobster roll, or you could probably get 3 out of them, but not much more than that. And I've actually done this with shrimp too, and it actually is really good if you are seafood on a budget. So I'm going to go ahead and drop those down. And at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and drop our brioche bread. That's garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and hit this lobster with just a little Old Bay seasoning. This is kind of a little on the saltier side, so I'm not going to actually add any salt to this recipe here. And then we've got salt in the butter, so I'm going to go ahead and flip these. Oh, so excited for lobster rolls. I've been waiting all week to do this recipe. So the lobster, when it starts to get a little bit whiter, that's when it's done. You want to make sure you're not going to overcook your lobster, because it gets really chewy, not nearly as awesome to eat. So we'll go ahead. That lobster is just about done. So this is a really quick dinner. So you don't want to step away from this one. All right. And now we've got our brioche buns are all cooked up. We're going to go ahead and just set this on the cutting board. And then we are going to fill these guys. When you're cooking the buns on all the sides, it's going to be all warm and toasty inside, ready for your amazing lobster. So, I'll go ahead and take this lobster off the heat. We're going to go ahead and, actually, I'm going to go ahead and dump my lobster right in the mix. So I'm just going to go ahead and coat that, and I'm going to get all of that onion and shallots and garlic, and I'm just going to fill these guys. This is such a simple, easy recipe. And if you haven't checked out, Blackstone has got a cooking competition, which we are actually now in round 2. We are 8 out of 16 for the bacon and pineapple chicken kebabs with some coconut rice. So go ahead and find that. And I'm going to go ahead and take a taste. It doesn't get better than a lobster roll that you don't have to pay $50 for. So go ahead and subscribe and find out what we're going to do with the rest of this brioche bread. See you soon.